You are listening to the My 1 Cent podcast. Thanks and enjoy.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Boom. Greetings and salutations from the My 1 Cent podcast. Welcome back, everybody, to what should be and always is a great episode. We are back. The show is back. I know I've been doing this more and more often. A couple weeks in between episodes. About to change the damn profile or the bio on the Instagram about making it a bi-weekly show. I'm thinking about it. But yeah, we're going to get back on track here, man. I want to see if I can get another show in this week. Hopefully we'll get the boys together, get some football talk going, because obviously football has started. And of course, know that my Miami Dolphins took the field on Saturday night. And well, it's preseason. Saturday afternoon, which, dude, I got to tell you, I find it really fucking weird. I found it really weird. It felt weird that the Dolphins are playing at 1 o'clock on a Saturday. Dude, we've always gotten stuck with the Thursday night preseason fucking games here. Always. And to have a Saturday game at 1 o'clock was very odd. Very odd. Not to do too much. I want to save some of this for the annual preseason show. What I saw, because I was in my car. I was dashing. Actually, that's another thing I'll get into eventually. I started door dashing. It's cool. I like it, actually. I like it, and if you do things right, you can make some nice. You can make money. You just gotta, gotta know what to do, know where to look, know where to go. I've heard a lot of people be like, that shit sucked. I tried it, blah blah. I feel like the people who didn't work out for them. Either they don't like being in a car too long, they don't like driving, they're not good at driving, they're not good at directions, they get frustrated easily, or they just didn't, have a plan. And I think with a plan, if you do enough research, like my girl's a research fanatic, bro. And so she's done a lot of research on it, a lot of videos, a lot of people who do the DoorDash that I've seen. She showed me a bunch of stuff, to keep me up to date, get me the top tips to make that cash. And so, started doing that. So I'm thinking of maybe making that a segment. If I get any kind of crazy shit happening on the dash, bring it to you guys out there. Those of you listening on iTunes or Google or on YouTube, which don't forget, subscribe, rate, review, rinse, repeat. Thank you to some of the subscribers recently on YouTube. And also, I think I'm already at 500 followers on Instagram, which, funny story with that, because my stepdaughter, I had like 100 and something followers, maybe 200 followers, and like a few months ago, she's like, oh, do this. Try this. She's just 16 years old. These kids know everything about Instagram. And, dude, I'll kid you not, bro. Boom. I listened to her and I got up to 500 followers now. Now, don't mind you, a lot of the credit has to go to my boys and my girls, because it's a plethora of individuals in the indie podcasting group that I belong to. Great bunch of podcasters and people just, doing the same thing I do, man, trying to get out there and hustle, make something happen with this mic. Not a great podcast on there. I'm actually considering doing a show of, going through a lot of them and putting them out there for you guys, and even doing one with them, maybe bringing some of them on. Truth is, I just got to get some of this, the studio set up. I got to get the equipment right. I got to get the right stuff so I can make this happen and make it happen right, because I can't stand crap. I've heard some podcasts out there, the audio's like really bad, and I'm like, man, how could you even post that? I don't know, maybe my audio sounds like shit to everybody else, but when I hear it on my post and I edit, it sounds great to me. And I wouldn't post it if I didn't think, there's some times that I think it could be better, but for the most part, I think I try to make things good and clear, nice, so everybody, you can understand everything I'm saying, and you don't miss anything, and there's no background noise. And I mean, there might be a little background noise right now, because I'm in the bedroom. This is not the most ideal recording, situation, but that's all right. That things will get better, equipment will get better, and the production will be better. Where was I? Shit. See what happens? So, yeah. Want us about, well, shit, hold on. Wait, let me hit a pause for a second. We'll be right back. And we are back. So, yeah, I would like to see about getting other people on, and we're going to do the football show, like I said. So, moving on. Speaking, like I said, of football season, it's preseason. I'm not going to go too much. A lot of people are already going crazy on Tua. Oh, my God, the same shit. Here we go again. I got a buddy, man, who's like 60. Fucking geriatric ass. I hope you're listening too, Rich. He says that Tua's not going to make it. We need another quarterback. I'm like, dude, really? Calm the fuck down, people. Look, at the end of the day, normally I'd be really stressed out about this because they don't make the right decisions as far as putting a plan in place that if it doesn't work out, this time they did. There's a plan in place if Tua's not the guy. I believe he will be. A lot of people believe he will be. If he isn't, we have a plan in place, and that's what matters to me. So I feel a little bit better. Would I like to see him be the guy? Yeah, because I don't feel like waiting another couple of years to make the playoffs and make a big splash. You got young guys on this team that aren't going to be young anymore when that happens. I want these guys to, excuse me, I'm burping, do this stuff together. So y'all need to relax. And next weekend we have the first game here. Again, I haven't been back to the stadium since 2019 season. Actually, because I didn't go last year to any other games. Like, we moved our tickets over. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be good to see a lot of the old crew, the old Fins fam, like we like to call them. I wonder what they're going to do. Well, supposedly it's full capacity, no mask, I think. So I think, I guess tailgating is not an issue, but it's preseason. Usually you don't tailgate for preseason, but it's a Saturday. That's why I'm happy about it, because we always had those Thursday games. You couldn't really do shit. You had to get out of work early so you can drive to the stadium with an hour to sit in the parking lot for an hour at least and have a beer and some food. But now, as being on a Saturday, we can actually have a whole fucking tailgate. So I don't know. I'm not sure yet how we're going to do. Are we going to? Because you got to remember, and I said this before on the show, the preseason is not just for the players. Preseason is also for the fans. It's for us to get ready for the season too, tailgating, getting everything ready. If we have any new toys that we want to bring out for the season, we can try them out during the preseason. So that's good. That's fun. And I haven't done a show since the NBA Finals ended. Spoiler alert: the Bucks win. Actually, a lot of stuff happened in the free agency as far as the NBA goes. Maybe we'll touch on some of that with Brandon and then before we start talking about the Dolphins this week. Hopefully, I'll get the guys together this week so we can go over some of the Heat free agent stuff as well. But let's see, because I wanted to come up with. I want to talk to you guys about some of the stuff we've been watching too. Because I said I'm not coming in as often as I wanted. I'm not posting. I'm not producing episodes as often as I'd like to now. So I feel like I'm trying to cram as much into an episode now as I can. But TV, Netflix, whatever the fuck, because I remember I had the My 1 Cent pick, which I haven't done in a while. My micro started watching some stuff, Fuckboy Island. I don't know if any of you guys watch it. It's fucking stupid as fuck, but it's hilarious. But let me give you guys a little tip on a show that you should watch. Okay, look, here we go. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's just do it here live. Let's do it live.
Boom shakalaka!
The White Lotus. Okay? The White Lotus is the My 1 Cent pick of the week. Or the month, because who knows when I'm coming back. The White Lotus is a show on HBO. It's pretty good. You're gonna. I don't want to spoil it, but I can't stand this stupid little bitch. One of the daughters with a friend. She's so annoying. Anyway, now we have the last episode to watch tonight that came out last night. I heard it was crazy because it starts off already it puts you in a place like, what the fuck did happen? It makes you want to watch the whole thing to find out what ended up happening. So that's all I'm gonna say. I like it. My girl likes it. So The White Lotus, the My 1 Cent TV pick of the week. Boom. Also, real quick on TV before we move on, Love is Blind was back. And if you recall, we did Love is Blind shows last year during season 1 or after season 1. My 1 Cent podcast is a fan of the show. Huge fan of the couples that made it through it, especially, oh my God, I can't remember their name. I know the girl's name is Lauren, she's fine. But her man, they're cool, man. That was, we knew it. Me and my girl knew that they were going to be the couple. But it was only 3 episodes, and it was just them at a anniversary party, 2-year anniversary party that the show basically put together for only the 2 couples that actually got married and stayed married. Everybody else that was in the show came. There was some people I didn't remember. But there will be a season 2, so don't get crazy. Don't relax. Don't be jumping off bridges yet. There will be a season 2. So I can't wait for that. That's a good show, man. That's a good show. I hope they don't fuck it up, though. Temptation, obviously, Temptation Island is also a big, we're big fans of that show as well, and Catfish and most other reality shows. But, Temptation Island, the first season was really good because it was something new, it was different. I feel like the people that were on it really got the full effect. But then, I feel like the second season got a little ratchet. Then in the third season, got a little more ratchet. Like, the people coming in already knew what they were dealing with. It wasn't like the first time, But it's still a good show. So I hope that Love is Blind don't fuck it up bringing people who are just there to get on TV or to get ratchet instead of people that actually feel that they had the experience, that they can have that kind of experience like some of the couples did on the first season, which was really good. So I'm just taking some notes. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be a week. Yeah, there you go. How about that? I can write. What'd you know? Would you have guessed that I can spell? So yeah, there you go. My 1 Cent Podcast Pick of the Week, The White Lotus, and Fuckboy Island is just whatever, dude. It's stupid. It's funny. You want a good laugh. You want to see some. Well, it's only 3 chicks though. That's the thing. See, I feel like it was too many guys. Too many guys for only 3 girls, and I feel like they could have picked 3 better chicks. At least 3 chicks were a little more into okay, let me not say like that. I'm not saying they're dumb, but if you watch it, you'll see the little more like, bimbo, beach, whatever. You'll see. So, yeah, that's that. That's funny. But that's on my list on HBO Max. But yes, definitely. I'm sounding like a fucking rabbit here. Broken record. Where did I get rabbit from? Broken record here with the White Lotus. My 1 Cent Podcast Pick of the Week. I think I said that like 4 fucking times. And I know somebody's going to call me out on it. So that's fine. At least I'll get an accurate count. So, moving on the show to the actual topic of today's show. Might not be the only one, but we'll start with this one. We may not get to the next one. Yeah. So, I mean, and as a what do they call it? Disclaimer. As I go into this, I'm just letting you guys know, whoever's listening, we're going on the trans talk. This is trans talk time, and we're not talking about transmissions or transams or even transformers, but yet we might be, if you really think about it. They kind of have something in common. But no, we are going to be talking some transgender stuff. Transgender talk. Trans talk. Here on the My 1 Cent Podcast. Because there's a story that I heard recently, and it gets awkward. It gets awkward. It gets a little weird. It gets even a little uncomfortable, to be honest with you. Because just you can laugh. There's certain parts that you can find humorous, and I don't mean laugh at them, but just certain things that can be humorous about it. Like, you know me, I'm always trying to bring a little humor to the situation. I'm always trying to bring you a little levity to situations, and this is going to get. So, I'll start with this. Let's just start with just the simple stuff. Get you, bring you in slowly. So, buckle up, but we'll bring you in slow, like the roller coaster, how it goes up slowly. You hear the clicking of every little fucking chain that click, 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 click. That's where we're at. We're in that point right now. So, here we go. I want to say they're in Washington, the state, not Washington, D.C. There is a trans couple, okay, which is not even the weird part. Which is not really anything weird about it, but I hear about trans people all the time, but you never really hear about trans couples, which only makes, if you think about it, it makes sense. Why not find yourself a trans person to be in a relationship with? You both are up in this. That's something in common, like something huge in common. Well, maybe not that big. Maybe some are a little smaller than others. I don't know. Yes, the trans couple in, again, like I want to say Washington. I haven't checked some of these facts because we don't check facts, you know. Oh, by the way, speaking of not checking facts, and I'll come back to this, Mr. What did he call himself? Mr. Whatever. The fake Danny Aiello. You cockeyed fuck. The man is back. He tore down the paywall. Don't know why. Tore down the paywall, and he's back on the free stream. Mr. Michael Rappaport, the I Am Rappaport stereo podcast, like he likes to call it. I'm a fan of the guy, even though he doesn't like Libetard. But I'm a fan of his. I'm a fan of his podcast. Plus, I'm a fan of him in Atypical as well. And bro, Zebrahead. Who never... You don't know Zebrahead, bro, and I don't know what to tell you, bro. So he's back, by the way. Just want to let y'all know. He would have been one of my top 5 podcasts when I did that show some time back. But he wasn't. He was on the... He had moved to the... what is it? Luminary. We had to pay for that shit, so he lost me, so... That's why, I mean, Joe Rogan hadn't moved yet to the Spotify, but I think it had already been said he was. He was an honorable mention. I'm not a sheep, you know. I like other stuff too. So he's back, but yeah. So like on his show, we don't fact check here, not everything at least. And so I'm not 100% on where they're from, but I think it's Washington, the state. So we have a trans couple, biological male, trans woman. Biological woman, trans male. Now, the male, the biological woman, okay, who is in the process of the whole transition because she cut the titties off. And I'm going to say she because technically she is a she. And I don't know her name, so I'm not going to call her he because she's not a he. And if someone has a problem with that, you can hit the dial. You can let me know about it too, and we can have a discussion about it. So... Remember, Mine Was a Podcast on Instagram, Mine Was a Podcast on Twitter, Mine Was a Podcast gmail.com, Mine Was a Podcast YouTube channel where you can leave comments there as well, and soon to be MineWasAPodcast.com. So, by the way, people, don't forget merchandise. You can get merchandise for the show. Don't forget Teespring, or Spring, what they call it now. All my links to everywhere on the Instagram and the Twitter account. On the bottom, the link tree is there for everything. But I have a couple new listings up for some merchandise. Some of the stuff's not even show related. Doesn't even have the name of the show on it. I'm trying out some different things. I don't want everything to be just the show. I don't think everybody just wants to walk around with my face on their chest. So I wouldn't mind being on a couple chests. But yeah, so I'm doing different things, and I hope you guys like them. Check them out. Like I said, the link is in the Teespring. The link is in the link tree on my Instagram and Twitter account. So, back to what we were talking about. So, the trans couple. Now, the biological female, okay, who is now the trans male, cut the titties off, has a beard, looks like a man, except for one thing. And I'll get to that in a second. The biological male, who is now the trans female, I think, because I don't have the video or the audio with, I don't have anything. I wasn't able to get it. I don't know. Maybe I'll come up with it and post it as separately as far as the part of the show. Before I go ahead and post the episode. I think she has I think he has his titties done. I think he's got the titties. Now, they both have their parts. They both still have their parts. They have not changed that. So, kind of in a way, they're not gay. They're not having gay sex because the penis is still entering the vagina. Anyway. I don't know. So, and this is still not the awkward part. Now, why I was able to watch the video. And in the video, they're showing the couple, they show the woman, the female, biological female has a beard. And no titties. And at one point, they show a shot and, they expand out. They're showing the apartment, whatever they're in, I guess. Motherfucker comes out shirtless from the room. And she's pregnant. Now, see, this is where things start to turn a little bit. She's pregnant, but she's got no titties. And it was the weirdest thing. It was like looking at the movie Junior. Remember Junior with Arnold Schwarzenegger? But in real life, like it actually really happening. It looked so odd to see. It was very, 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 very to look at. It was weird. It was fucking weird. What do you want me to tell you? I'm not gonna see the video. Oh my god, how she's glowing. No, that bitch is not glowing. So let me just check one thing. Okay, so I mean, I have to take a breath because it's one thing that I've been, like I said, I'm trying to make it lighthearted. I'm not trying to be, I don't want to come off as a dick either, but I have my beliefs too. What the fuck? We all do. We have our rights to believe in certain things, and I have to believe that this isn't what most trans people. Okay, let me say this, and then later on, I guess, because I should have waited a little bit more into the story to get to this point of my speech, if you want to call it that, but I feel like some people just make things harder on themselves. And this is one of those situations. But, so, she's pregnant. She has the baby. They have the baby. You know, they're parents now. And from what they never said this in any part in the article. I'm assuming he is the father. They haven't really said it, but they're together and all this shit, so. So, and really this still hasn't gotten as weird as it really, you think this might be the weirdest and the most awkward part, or the most weirdest part, but no, there's still a little bit more to go. So, you know, they have the baby, and turns out they don't want to assign a gender to the baby, which I have a problem with. You know, all fun and games and all whatever, I have a problem with that, because that's not your decision to make. I don't care that you bore. Is that what they say? Bore the baby? I don't care if you birth that baby out your ass. I don't care where it came from. You can't decide that for your child. So, on top of that, they don't want to do that. Now the state won't give them a birth certificate either because they won't assign a gender. And on top of that, she doesn't want to be recognized as the mother, but the state said they won't allow it any other way. And I feel like, damn, something that only you can do, you're just going to me, it's like a slap in the face to motherhood in a sense, because you had a child, but you did it as, in a sense, living as a man, technically, but you don't even want to be recognized for it. And I kind of feel like that's kind of a slap to all the mothers out there, because, dude, that's something that only you can do. We can't do that. And I said this before, at the end of the day, all trans people have to just have one realization as you go on with your life. You can never be fully 100% whatever it is that you're trying to be. So you're a woman, you're a biological woman, you want to be a man, you will never fully be a functioning man biologically. You will never produce semen from your penis. Okay, yes, and these biological males who want to be women, you will never grow boobs. You have to have them put on you. Your penis is cut off. They give you a hole for you to stick someone else's dick in you, probably. But at the end of the day, you can't get pregnant. You can't produce milk, which is where I'm gonna go to next. So the video continues, and the biological male, who's now the trans woman, is holding the baby, and he's crying. Fucking has the baby trying to fucking breastfeed. He's trying to breastfeed the fucking kid. You see, this is where I was going to say, this is what I was going to say, where I wanted to get to the point before I said this. I feel like this is not the kind of message that the trans community wants out there. Like I feel like this is somewhat of a mockery in a sense. Because at the end of the day, even, the most trans motherfucker has to know that there's no way, there's just no possible way for you to breastfeed that child. In fact, the only thing that child is getting is titty sweat. It's fucking booby sweat, male titty sweat. All you're giving that kid is high sodium from the get. That's it. Get that kid some milk, goddammit, real goddamn milk. And then the mother cut her titties off, so I mean, what are you gonna do there? But they tried to breastfeed. I don't want to say they tried. But I don't know how else to, paraphrase it or characterize it, because he put the baby's mouth to his titty, to his nipple, and it latched on, but nothing came out, because there's nothing going to come out, because you're not a fucking chick. But this isn't about bashing. I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm not. You want to live your life, live it. But when you do things like this, you're bound to get criticized because this is not normal. At the end of the day, none of what's happening with this whole situation is normal at all. It's just fucking odd as fuck. It's a fucking circus, if you ask me, to be honest with you. But hey, to each their own, bro. To each their own. And so it's crazy, And then, like I said, they don't. And then the dude, the guy is crying. He's like, "I'm your mother." No, you're not his mother. You're not. You never will be. You never will be. And you know what, bro? I kind of feel for this kid a little bit, bro. Because what's gonna happen if he comes home one day? Like, I'm assuming they're gonna have to tell him. Hey, listen, when he's old enough to tell him, listen, I'm really a guy, but I'm, a woman now, and this is really your mom who had you, but she's the man in the relationship. Like, dude, you're just setting this kid up. You're just setting this kid up, dude. I hope everything works out, and I hope he has a great life, and you guys provide a great home for him, and you guys are happy with what your situation. That's fine. That's all that really matters. But, when you put it out there like that, and then you say some of the outlandish stuff you said and do some of the outlandish things you did, it comes off kind of like a joke. And I feel like the trans community doesn't really, this is not really the message that they want to, portray. But, I mean, it's already out there. There's nothing you can do about it now. It happened. And I hope everything works out for them. I hope that kid has a great life. Honestly, I hope they don't have any more kids. I hope that they stop with this one. Because you're going to have 3 or 4. If you have more kids, you're going to have a couple kids. You're going to have some confusing upbringings. Because let me tell you something. If I were to walk in, then my parents having sex, and then I see mom on top of dad, or dad bent over and mom behind him, yeah, it's going to be a little weird, bro. It's going to be a little odd. It's gonna be one of the things you can't unsee, So, yeah. That's going to be, not even that. I'm just, just trying to add a little humor to it. But the reality is it's just going to be one of those situations. It's going to be complicated. I feel like it is. Or maybe not. Maybe it's not as complicated as we think. Maybe we're making it more complicated than it is. Maybe they will make it easier. But I just go back real quick to the whole assigning gender to the baby. Yeah, it's not your choice. You have to assign the gender of what it was born with. Then let that individual, that child, when he grows up and his brain and his mind can understand these things, and let them make the decision. Don't make it for them, because you can't. It's not right for you to do that. Yeah, so, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, that was an interesting topic. I've actually had that on there for like a couple weeks now, but I haven't done a show in a couple weeks, so it's perfect. It works out just fine. Not to make this all about that stuff, but since I had this topic set up, I went and started looking some stuff up, and I ran into a story my girl brought me too, another one. Women in prison, that apparently now that there's trans males, like biological males that say they identify as women, being transferred into women's prisons without the operation, without anything, just saying that they feel that that's what they identify as now. And what the fuck are you thinking? Like, seriously. And just on that alone is crazy. But to find out the things that have happened since that's been going on, I think there's been like 124 rapes since 2010 to through 2018. And that, now the 2010 number may be a little odd because I don't know if they were actually doing that with the transgenders and those at 2010. I just feel like this. It feels to me like this is just short. Like recently, this is all starting to become a thing. So, I mean, I'm not saying there hasn't been transgenders around for a long time. I'm just saying the way that they're doing things now with them, I don't think that was happening in 2010. But hey, I'm not in prison, so I don't fucking know. But yeah, apparently, there's male, biological males saying that they're identify as women and they're being transferred into women's prisons. This is exactly what I've mentioned before with the bathrooms and stuff. Like, if you're going to allow men who say they identify as a woman and dress as a woman but still have a penis and whatnot to just have the freedom to roam around women's areas of privacy, like bathrooms and spa and gyms, locker rooms, and now prisons, this is the kind of stuff that's going to happen. Because what's stopping any one of them inmates to say, I just want to, you know what, I'm going to move over to that other side. Hey, sir, warden. Yeah, I've always known I was a woman. Please send me to the women's prison. Get the fuck out of here, bro. It's ridiculous. I think I even saw, and I breezed through it because I was trying to find a bunch of stuff, that I think one of the cases where the biological woman was raped by a trans male in a woman's prison, bitch came up pregnant. And I'm going to try to look that up. Maybe I'll put a clip or a link or something in the bottom of the on YouTube and in the description for Spreaker and Google and iTunes and all that shit. But yeah, so it's crazy, man. I want to respect people's shit, but when shit like this happens, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to do that. But like I said, I wish all the best to the couple and the kid, and I hope everything works out. But I feel for that kid, bro, and I feel for any other kids that they have. Straight up. But that's just my opinion, bro, and I'm entitled to it, and I respect people, but I'm gonna say how I feel about certain things. And that's how I feel about this. I think it's weird. I think it's crazy. I don't think you're doing that kid any favors, or any other kids you have favors. But it might work out, bro. Maybe by the time those kids are a little older, things will be a little more progressive than they are. Because I think things are changing. Obviously. You can't go a goddamn commercial without seeing a gay couple or a trans person or a interracial couple, which is fine. Interracial's fine, bro. It's been happening forever. It's still a man and a woman, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, it's not about not being okay. It's okay. You do whatever the fuck you want. I just don't know why we have to see it so often now. Why does it gotta be continuously thrown in our faces? It's like I've said a bunch of times. If I'm walking down the street with my 10-year-old stepson, I'm not really trying to have him see, two guys just decide they want to kiss. I'm not really having him try to see that. And this is not about me being homophobic. My sister's gay. I've said that 1,000 times. And I know plenty of gay people. Not about that. But I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that life. I'm not about that life. And I'll let my stepson make a decision about that when he's old enough to do that. Not now at this age where he has to turn around. If he asks me, say, I'm not going to lie. What do I was about to say I'm not going to lie to him, but what do I say? What would I say there? Maybe some other people will be like, oh, that's okay. It's two men. They love each other. Yeah, I'm not trying to do that. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing because that's not something that, I believe in. So why would I want my kids? Let them make those decisions when they're old enough to make them. Right now, at this age, can't make them. And they, I think I spoke about this a couple of shows ago. Nickelodeon got a bunch of shit for that LTBQ, ABC, FYNG commercial they did, that promo they did a couple months back or a couple weeks back, whatever. They got a bunch of shit for that from parents. And I don't blame them. Not in kids, bro. Let these kids be kids, man. Let these kids be kids, bro. They're too young to be dealing with that stuff, bro. Too young, bro. And it's hard to keep them away from it, too, because social media is everywhere. Look, my stepson's always on YouTube, bro. We're not watching him all the time. Who knows what the fuck? He's not doing anything bad, but I'm saying there's moments that you just don't know what they're watching. And they have access to it. It's at a fingertip away. Well, not us, because his stuff is protected. But plenty of kids, I'm sure, don't. And plenty of kids get their parents' phone and boom, 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 boom. And start fucking around and going on the internet and shit, on the interweb. So, yeah. Man, this show went, honestly, I don't know if this was a show that I was going to do. I feel like I got, preachy and shit about it, but, whatever. This is happening in the world right now. Cuba is still going. That stuff is still happening. Now we got this shit in fucking Afghanistan, which is fucking crazy. Dude, there was a video today I saw of one of the last, I forget what the name of those big planes, those big cargo planes that the Air Force has. One of the last ones leaving the base in oh my God, where were they? I saw it on the thing. I can't remember the name now. And people are holding on to it, dude. It's crazy. Dude, you got Cuba, you got them, and then you have us in the middle of it. And this motherfucker, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I really would have been interested to see what Trump would do in this situation. How he would have handled, that's right, the swamp, baby. Watching, you have ESPN on in the background, they just showed the swamp. Gator Child, baby. Whew, season's almost here. Woo-wee. Gator bait. Who gonna be the next Gator bait, baby? Yeah. Yeah, man, it's crazy what's happening. around the world right now, and we're always in the middle of it, bro. Always in the middle of it. So I'm definitely curious to see how. Well, I would have been curious to see how Trump would have handled the situation had he won the election, or at least properly been, that the election was done right and the proper winner, whatever. I don't want to start nothing with that. It's hilarious. So, thanks for joining. I hope you were entertained enough, or at least maybe found something out you didn't know about before listening to me today regarding this issue. Like I said, I'm not here to bash trans people, but I also believe that, like I said earlier, people make things harder on themselves sometimes. I'm guilty of that myself, so I think we all are, and I don't know. It is what it is, bro. So, with that being said, don't forget, everybody, you can find me on the My One Cent Podcast Instagram and Twitter account at My One Cent Podcast. Hello. The link tree to every other connection is there. YouTube, the store merch. Don't forget, new merch is out. New show merch and new merch in general. Just some stuff I'm trying to put out there. A little artwork, little artist I'm trying to become. So, yeah, go and check it out. If you guys have any ideas or any suggestions or any kind of stuff you want for merchandise, maybe some stuff you hear on the show, any kind of shirts you guys want us to make for the show, let me know. You can hit me up on myoncepodcast@gmail.com. You can also slide in my DMs as well, and let me know what you think. Even if you don't like the show, let me know. Shit, I'll take that too, bro. It's all good. So, until next time, I hope I'm not forgetting anything, because I always end the show and then I say, fuck, I forgot to say this. Damn, I forgot to add this, and goddamn son of a bitch. So, I'm trying to, kill some time as I go through my list, just to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything, because I don't want to, I hate leaving stuff out, because then the next episode, I don't bring it up, because it's not part of it, so. Yeah, let me see. Let me just go through my list. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I guess. So, just to recap, we got the My 1 Cent TV pick, or the My 1 Cent pick of the week, TV pick of the week, and that's The White Lotus on HBO. The last episode, I think, was aired last night, so you should be, if you haven't started watching it now, you should be able to go through the whole season. I think it's only 6 episodes. It was a limited series. Also, I was talking about Fuckboy Island, which is funny if you want a good laugh on HBO Max. And I mentioned also Love is Blind, which was only a 3-episode, thing. I haven't seen anymore, but there will be a season 2. And like I said, we talked about the trans couple with the baby and breastfeeding. Jesus Christ. Whoo-wee. And, yeah, you know what we talked about. You'll read the description. It'll be in there. I feel like if I even just keep talking about the topics that we talked about, it's just going to bring the energy back down again, because... yeah, it's kind of deflating, I don't know. I like uppity shows and fun and laughing and shit like that. And this wasn't that funny, well, it's not funny at all, really. But I tried to at least get some humor in. So I hope I was able to entertain you guys enough to stay with me and ride it out. So again, until next time, thank you for joining me. As they always say, as the man, the myth, the legend, Johnny Utah says, vaya con Dios.